Jail Health Advisors, agents with a servant's heart, put their clients' needs first. A team of licensed and certified benefit consultants are ready to assist you with your health insurance needs. Medicare, health insurance, dental, disability, hospital cash, and more. We bring value to our clients through educational seminars, workshops, and private consultations. These consultants can cover over 99.99% of everyone from age 0 to 100. Schedule your free consultation today by calling 678-956-1181. Appointments can be in person, online, or over the phone. Call 678-956-1181 or visit our website at jailhealthadvisors.com.
Today here at the Dr. Martin Luther King Prayer Breakfast, I have Judge Amero here, I have several other judges here, and one of our focus is to make sure that as Henry County grow, we grow together, that we communicate with each other, that we understand our goals and our focus, which is a healthy community as one working for the good of this county. So I want to thank you for being here, Judge. And why was it important for you to come today?
Well, because you asked me, and because I respect you.
Well, thank you so much.
But also because I'm always inspired by the words of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
All of my life I have been.
Wow.
And I have to say, if I can, that I'm so moved by the message from Pastor McFarland today.
Yeah.
Pastor McFarland's message of oneness was extraordinary.
It was.
And it makes me think there's something that's really on my heart to talk about. And it's people suffering from severe and persistent mental illness.
Yes.
They are invisible in our community.
Yes.
And they are in need.
They are.
And I hope that we will think about them a little bit today on this day when we're thinking about including everybody in the community and this message of oneness.
Well,
we have to do more. And so one of the reasons I'm here today is to talk about that.
Okay.
And another reason is to celebrate Dr. King and to celebrate you and all that you do for us and everybody who's here and all that they contribute. So I feel honored to be a part of this community.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for everyone that's here, and have a great day. I want to thank Brian Strickland for taking the time to come out to be with us today. Not many people understand the importance year after year of bringing forth the vision and the dream of Dr. King. And each year you've been here.
That's
what
right.
brings you back?
Well, Vivian, honestly, it's not so much the food, nothing against the food, but it was the sermon that we heard and the unity I feel. And this sermon was different. We always talk about coming together.
Yes.
And I love what you did up there, talking about the judges spread out across the stream, the leaders spread out across the stream, and how we got to talk to each other. But I learned something else with the message this morning. It's about not just being together, but having that purpose that unites us. Sometimes we talk so much about unity, but today's message was you got to have that foundation. And one thing we all have in common is that faith in God, and it drives all of us. And if we could just keep that common purpose together, we could accomplish so much in this county, don't you think?
Right. So if we have a purpose for coming together, it provokes us to action.
That's right.
But like you said, if you don't have any reason to do what you do, then you're really wandering.
That's
and
right.
I think that's what we heard today, that if we find that common purpose, it brings us together and it causes us to want to do something, and we can achieve it.
That's right.
Have a purpose.
That's
Thank
exactly
you for
right.
coming
Thank you,
every
Vivian.
year.
Appreciate
Thank you
your
so
leadership.
much. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
We also have with us today El Mahdi Holly, State Representative, and we are so pleased that he took the time to come out to be with us today. And again, so many people think this is redundant. Why do we do it year after year? But year after year, you come.
Absolutely.
What brings you back?
Well, the truth is we're here on this auspicious occasion because Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. paved the way by being in the trenches, working in times where didn't have the money, didn't have the resources, didn't have the support, but yet it was really his determination and the faith in knowing that God would assort people around him so that he could do the good work. And if we can't find a way to get up in the morning every day to realize that every moment we have in this county, in Georgia and beyond, it's been given to us because so many have provided for us. And so if he can get up every day and knowing that the faith in God and faith in his community will provide him with the steps forward, then I have no excuse, and neither do any of us.
You're right. And think about it. He did it without the support system that we have now.
Exactly.
You know, we can get on the Snapchat. We can get on the Facebook.
Right.
We can call people in by the thousand.
Right.
And there were times people just trying to get a message from one city to the next.
Exactly.
And many times it was stopped before we get there.
Thank you.
So we don't have an excuse not to produce.
We don't.
And I want to thank you that you took the time to run for an office as a young man. You took on the challenge to decide that I need to make a change. It would have been easy with your handsome self to sit down and just say, you know, I want to live my life.
Well,
but you did, but thank you.
Well, no, the truth is, Vivian, is that before you even became the commissioner, there's so many others who are just like us, who are here in this room, in our community, who never will ever see their face on a magazine cover, will never be in the front of a TV camera, but because they've taken that commitment and their love and really made it a part of who they are, we are operating in their vein. And that's why I tell people all the time, you know, this thing is plastic. We would, if we are committed enough to care about people and building them up long before we even get into the positions of power, then we have to continue that, because that's what ancestors from generations long before have been able to win for us, is the ability to make this world better by just using what we have.
Thank you for being inspiration.
Yeah, no,
you are for young people, me and for me. Thank you.
What's this? Get over here.
Okay.
JC Vision and Associates is a 501c3 organization and is a HUD-approved resource offering services such as saving your home from foreclosure. We are also ready to resolve tenant-landlord conflicts, answer your questions concerning your fair housing rights, and help you to file a complaint with HUD. In addition to those services, we provide tax help services. For those who are frustrated with tax debt, you do not have to face it alone. JC Vision is here to help. We can advocate for you and may help you to identify an affordable solution to resolve your tax issue with the IRS. JC Vision and Associates, providing immediate and long-term assistance for your financial freedom needs. Contact us today at 912-877-4243.
I want to welcome Micah Hightower to our prayer breakfast. He's always very supportive of making sure not only he comes, but he inspires young other people to come as well. And again, it's often easy to say it's not important, but you come every year. What brings you back?
Well, Vivian, let me first say this is a beautiful day. This is the combination of all of Henry County. And the reason I keep coming is first, that this mission that this chapter does is so incredibly important during this transitional time in our country.
Absolutely.
Many of us who were born and raised in this community, in this metro area, we know the importance and the great things that Henry County has done historically. We also know that we have a community that has also embraced a great change.
Right.
And change brings opportunity for all.
Yes.
So today is really a celebration of oneness in the community. Black, white, blue, green, but also a mission to make Henry County a much better county.
Now, I know you personally, and I say that because you're not just a man of words. I have seen you reach out to other people beyond yourself. I've seen you reach out to young people. I've seen people call you and say, Michael, what to do? Now, like the messenger said today, it's easy to turn back and say, you know, I'm doing my thing. What makes you reach back? And I see that without any type of recourse on your part, because I've called you for people. What makes you reach back so much?
Well, Vivian, I think what's important to me is that neither of my parents finished high school.
Okay.
So there were a lot of folk who reached back to my brother and my sisters.
Okay.
So that all of us get a higher level of education. And it's also about opportunity.
Okay.
I think about the Maynard Jacksons of the world. And Maynard, of course, allowed for so many business people to have opportunity. So I'm giving back what's been given to me.
Okay. Okay. And I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
You're an inspiration to our community. Thank you again. And thank you for being here.
Good. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Get Michael Hightower, the collaborative firm.
Micah Hightower, the collaborative firm. Always here for the community. And thank you again.
Thank you.
I am joined by Judge Holly Veal. This is one of my mentors. I look at her and I'm just inspired. I'm inspired about the fact that she's a mother, she's a wife, she's a judge. And I remember when you were walking the streets to go from one level to the next, and often by yourself. What kept you moving?
Service to the community is something that's important to me. I felt called to it. I have worked at so many various levels of this system, and I felt that it was time for me to try to achieve something higher than what I'd been doing, something that is more directly impactful on our community. I was humbled in that journey, going from door to door, talking to people, because I realized always, like most of us realize, that there's more that connects us than divides us. And as I walked the streets and learned Ellenwood, frankly, I didn't know Ellenwood until that campaign. So many people offer to feed my family, so many people minister to me and encourage me on that journey, that it gave me, I think, an even bigger heart for our community.
Wow. You know, I watched you also. You were working with a group, feeding the hungry and taking lists and greeting people. You were embracing them.
Yes.
Now, these people didn't know who you were.
Yes.
And you gave me a signal, like, don't you say nothing, okay? And you were just delighted to be there. And why are you so willingly, with the status that God has granted you with, come right back and embrace and physically hug and help that next level down?
Right. Status is a paycheck. Service is what we're here to do. Feeding the hungry, engaging with people who are less fortunate is something that has always resonated with me. Even in college, one of the organizations I worked with, Hands On Atlanta, my favorite activity to do with them was the Open Door Community, where we fed people on a Saturday morning. And you know, people come in and you make all sorts of assumptions about why they are where they are. And oftentimes, if you sit down and interact with those people, you will see that if it were not for the grace of God, that you yourself could be in that position. And as someone who immigrated to this country with 2 suitcases and 5 people, I know what it means to build from the bottom and to rely on the good graces of other people.
No one would have known that. And there again, I watched this process. And watching you do that, you were in a happy space. You were just grinning. And then you said, that's my daughter. She's over there working too. And you brought your daughter with you. And your husband was in another corner working as well. So what makes this a family? What makes this a family thing for us and for you, that you were willing to bring your family, your husband, your daughter among strangers that some people would not even want to be in their company of?
It is an honor and a blessing for me to be in the presence of those folks. My husband is in the Sigma fraternity and he serves with them as well. And I was there really supporting him that day. And I think that it's important that my role and my status in the community does not cloud or shroud the heart that I have for these people and the work that I want to do to connect with them. And it's important to me that my children also understand that you may live in a certain part of town and you may have a certain socioeconomic status, but you should always give back to people who are less fortunate, and you should always be grateful for the blessings that you have had.
You know, that's the investment I see you made. Thank you so much for being an inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being that servant leader, as well as a leader in this community, for being there. Thank you again for passing that from generation to generation. Judge Holly Veal, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So we're here today with a candidate for the sheriff of Henry County, Mr. Scandrick. And being a candidate for the county and being in this room with so many people, why is it important that you be here today?
Well, it's important, just like the pastor said this morning, I thought it was absolutely apropos to bring everybody together in a season like this. We've been faced with so many tremendous challenges, particularly across the nation, but more specifically here in our own area. And the only way that we can combat that is come to the same table, same mission, same goal, for the same objectives tomorrow.
Thank you. You know what? The challenge is going to be, as we transition in Henry County, and we are transitioning, to find and get the people, when I say the people, all citizens, to believe in you. How are you going to make that happen? Not just the black people. How do you get all people to believe in you and your leadership?
And the way that is done is that you sit down basic standards, basic principles, and objectives on things that we do consistency with bringing the community together. Okay. Unless you've been up on the rock somewhere, there are some challenges between the community and law enforcement. We have to sit down from a foundational perspective, let the concrete dry, and begin to rebuild the house so that we can rebuild the trust between the community and law enforcement and brings those people together, particularly in the time right now that people are hurting so bad. So we certainly can do that, and then the belief will grow, and then the understanding will grow, and they will certainly understand the mission as well.
Well, it sounds like you're going to have an open door of communication.
Absolutely.
And we're looking forward to supporting that, looking forward to this new transition in Henry County, and much success to you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day now.
Thank you, man.
Hey, welcome to Sons Kia in Madonna, Georgia. Basically, just wanted to let you know, we are home of the zero down payment, $99 a month. Also, just so you'll know, we're one of the largest Kia dealerships in the South. But basically, one thing I definitely want you to know is that we're a family-driven dealership. Listen, we deal with bad credit, low credit, slow credit, your credit. We deal with all types of credit. Our location is 100 Suns Drive, Madonna, Georgia, 30253. Come see us.
Come see us at Sons Kia.
We are here with Mr. Gore. And Mr. Gore, tell us about your art and how you try to preserve our history and communicate that history around this community and really around the world.
Okay, my brother Bernard Gore is the sculptor and artist. He's the main attraction.
Okay.
But he's been doing this like 35, going on 40 years now. And we do a variety of everything. I'm a collector. And we also want to teach from the sculptures and the films, and sculptures and art that we do. We have also done a documentary, that's why I said film. Nevertheless, to educate, sculptures speak volume. It tells a story. Art tells a story, yes.
Okay, and tell us where you're located so people can find you.
990 Bear Creek Industrial Park, right here off of 1941. Hampton, Georgia.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. And you know, I saw some of your work.
Yes.
It is absolutely gorgeous. Do you have an opportunity for students to tour your work?
Of course. I would love to work directly with students. We have some extra pieces of sculptures that we would like for them to add their creativity to bring it outward. And we would donate close to 100 pieces to anybody that's interested in formulating and that creativity. We're working with children. Children are what we do. I also have 30 acres in Casino, Alabama.
Wow.
I'm opening up a ranch. We're debt free, but we need other individuals to get involved that might be interested in doing things for youth.
Well, you know, art is considered therapy, so I look forward to that.
It is.
And I hope that you can bring your brother in, and next time we get some pieces here to see your work. So I want everyone to go to his facility, see this beautiful work that he has, and be a part of preserving the history of our people.
Amen.
Thank you, and thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Here today with the chairwoman of Henry County, and she has been leading this county as the first black female of this county. She flipped it, she transitioned it. And I want to know, being in that position, how do you preserve your history, who you are, and still lead a very diverse county?
Thank you very much. I just go back to the basics. I do not remember or forget where I've come from. So when I say that, what I mean is that's why I'm here and have been at the NAACP banquet for every year for the last 10 years. My family has a great heritage, and again, as we lead a community, Dr. Martin Luther King has shown the way of great leadership of how you bring people together for a common cause for the greater of mankind.
And I think that's part of it. You constantly echo unity, unity. I hear it from you quite a bit. Well, what does that unity mean to you?
Unity is very simple. It is finding those common goals for the greater good, to make a big difference. And in this role, we already know that everyone's concerned about traffic. They're concerned about living in a safe community, and they want good paying jobs. So you find those commonalities and you put together the team and you make people a part of it, and you begin to see the great success. And that was a great message that we heard today. Let me commend you, Commissioner Thomas. I've been coming to these NAACP banquets for many, many years, and there have been some good ones, but this by far to me seems one of the better ones, so congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. We're here with our Chairman of Henry County Board of Commissioner, Chairwoman June Woods. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for being supportive, and we look forward to working more with you.
Okay.
Good day, everyone. I am here with Judge Pandora Palmer. And she came to be with us today at the prayer breakfast for Dr. Martin Luther King. Today we had so many honored guests, but I feel very privileged that our judges took the time to come be with us. And I have one question.
Yes,
why was it important for you to be here today?
It's important for me to be part of this community. This is the first time that I've been at this event. I met so many new people and ways that I can help and make a difference in the community. And it's all about Martin Luther King, honoring him, and I'm just excited to be here. I came out with feeling very positive and inspired and couldn't be happier to be here.
Do you see yourself as a touchable judge?
Yes, I do. I want to be that judge that's approachable, that can make a difference in people's lives, and I'm always looking at ways that we can be creative for people that come into our court to address what their issues are while keeping the community safe.
I have a lot of young women that I'm trying to work with in reference to domestic violence. Will you come and share some words with them, or some do's or don'ts, the court system, their options, and some of them just feel so trapped. Do you mind taking that time out of your time to spend with us?
I would be honored to do that. I'm actually helping with Judge Brown, and we're hoping to get a domestic violence court in Henry County within the next year. So that is right up my alley, and I would love to do that.
Oh my goodness, well you heard it here. The Judge Palmer is willing to work with us, with young women and other women who are caught in domestic violence. They're already exploring to look at alternative courts to make that happen. I'm excited that you took time to be with us today, and thank you again.
Thank you so much.
What was your experience like today, being here in this room at the MLK breakfast? What was it like for you?
It was so inspiring and positive. Like I said, I met so many people here today that I would not have had the opportunity to meet. And like you said, it's about oneness in the community. And I felt that today in being at this event, and loved being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be inviting you again.
Thank you.
All righty, and thank you. I'm joined now by Kenneth Wilson. He set the environment for today. He set the tone for the day in music form. And music is known to be therapy. Music can really change a person's attitude. Why was it important that you take the time to be with us today?
Absolutely. I love, number one, the work of the NAACP. And also the fact that music changes lives. Our mission is to change lives through music with the public education system. So having an opportunity to connect with an organization that's making a difference was life-changing. So we're glad to have had an opportunity to perform and to add to the event.
Well, you need to let us know what we can do to promote what you do in music form.
Absolutely.
So when your events come up, please call us as well.
Yes,
so today we saw you just really looking at the crowd and reading that crowd.
Yes,
how did you know what to play, when to play? What is that all about?
Absolutely. I think one of the big things that I learned a lot more about Dr. King than I've ever known. The speakers are great. The spirit of unity was great. I saw everyone in Henry County that wants to make a difference. So the song selection that we played was songs that brought people together. Marvin Gaye songs, Teddy Pendergrass songs, just songs that have a spirit of togetherness. So I really enjoyed being able to add to that atmosphere.
You did, because there was not that awkwardness of silence, like what's supposed to happen.
Yes, ma'am.
When something like it was a little bit off, you filled it in.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to thank you for that.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm looking forward to you coming back.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mr. Kenneth Wilson, you guys,
Blessings.
come again.
Thank
Yeah?
you.
Okay, please tell us how to contact you and what we can do to help promote what you're doing in the school system.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Kenneth Wilson. I'm the Executive Director of the K Piano Music Learning Foundation. We've taught over 17,000 kids piano and drums over the last 9 years, raised and donated over $100,000 to the local schools.
Wow.
So we're excited about the work we're doing. We're also the second largest employer of summer employer of minority youth in the county, second only to Sky Zone.
Wow.
So we're really excited about changing lives through music. We partner with the local schools. Right now, we are taking on a contract to do an after-school program with all of these schools in Clayton County, and we're looking to do the same in Henry as well, too.
Well, thank you for being with us, and we want to wish you so much health and wellness and going forth, and we'll be there to work with you.
Blessings. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right.
Oh, this was a really, really wonderful program. It was such a pleasure for me to be here and to see us as we celebrate the legacy of the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Our guest speaker was absolutely phenomenal. The things that he said, the message that he shared, the way that he helped us understand our history and the fact that we must learn how to function in oneness, as he called it, was absolutely terrific. I sat there and I was absolutely gratified to be here and to hear such a wonderful message. This is the kind of program that we absolutely must have every year. We must never, ever be hesitant about sharing our history, and we must understand that organizations such as the NAACP are so important to the community. It's been here since 1909, and even though it was formed biracially with white and black people coming together to form this group, we claim this group as ours. It's the oldest and the baddest, and it is the one that has been there through every fight, through everything. The NAACP has been there. And I just thank our president, Miss Vivian Thomas, for bringing such a wonderful program like this to the community. And it not only helps everyone else, but it just helps to build Henry County and to show the kind of things that we must do and that we are doing every single day here in Henry County. So it's just a pleasure for me to be here and to be a part of the program, to be in this room today.
Are you still on parole? No. You can register to vote. Okay. They don't know this. Okay. I mean, so they've been oppressed because nobody has told them once you get off paper, that you can register to vote.
You can vote.
And see, these are the people that's not going to church on a regular basis. Exactly. So they don't know this. They're not hearing this from the pulpit. So we got to get out in the community to inform them, you know.
Exactly. I just pretty much got eligible to vote. I'm a two-time felon.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not on parole, I'm not on probation or anything, but I can vote.
Right.
But if I wasn't educated around people like y'all, I wouldn't know.
Did you know that if you're a convicted felon and have served your time and is not currently on parole, you have the right to vote. If your record has been expunged, you still have the right to vote. If you're not registered to vote, my team and I, along with Pastor Dion Jefferson, the pastor of the Freedom Life Center in McDonough, Georgia, will be out in the Blacksville community, the Simpson Street community, the Lewis Street community, the Carver Road, and the Washington Street community on Saturday morning, September the 17th, starting at 10 a.m.